Welcome to a new week again, another week. They're flying now. It's now Monday afternoon. I've been to the garden, I've watered everything off after work. I've come home and Leslie's managed to find all of the seeds that I was planning on sowing for the giant vegetables. So the ones that I was keeping, including the sunflowers, the 15-inch heads, and also the 4-metre sunflower seeds that I saved and I managed to save from the mice. Just managed to find them. I do need to give everything a good clean out in here. Anyhow, I'm getting my potting section sorted out. Compost is ready. I'm going to go through these. I'm going to get my tubs. I'm going to get things sorted out. Got my tubs there as well. I'm going to get things seeds planted. I'm not going to put the camera up or anything like that. I'll show you what I've done after I've finished. Well, I got a little help. I come and helped us out, didn't I? Hi, Kyle.
Yeah, a shovel.
You got a shovel. What have you been doing? Look at the state of you. You're all messy. What have you been doing? You've been planting with Dad?
Yeah.
You're not supposed to eat the soil, you silly boy.
I didn't eat it.
Did you not? Well, let's show everybody what we've been doing. Okay, so what have we planted? Do you want to tell people what we planted? We planted the tall sunflowers. What else did we plant? Another sunflower. Another sunflower. And what's these ones? These ones are the. There's sunflowers as well. And that one's the marrow. So we've got 2 marrows in there as well, didn't we?
Yeah.
So there's the marrows in. We've got, what's these here, look at? What's them? Tomato, and we've got long chilli in there as well, which I've found. So that's them all started off. I've started these ones off, the big Zac ones, and I've getting 5 up there. 2, 4, 5, getting 5 up there. And also I've got a Thunder Mountain long chilli there as well. So I've got 1 to play with on that side of things. And anyways, well, thanks very much for your help, son. You've been a very good helper. Thank you.
I'm going to bed now.
You're going to bed now, you are, aren't you? Say bye-bye to everybody.
Bye-bye, everybody.
Yeah, little Kel's going to bed now. You're going to be sensible, aren't you? Give Daddy the shovel, we'll put it back for next time. I'm going to go in, I'm going to have my tea, and that's us all sorted. So I'll see you tomorrow, because I've got a day off. Morning, everybody. It's Tuesday morning. It's absolutely glorious. Got my dodgy hat on, keeping my ears and the sun off my face. I'm going to get cracked on the day. I'm going to get things tidied up because things need to be tidied up today. So I'm going to do a lot of that. First task is though, I'm in the onion section here, Japanese onions. Before I tidy that up though, I've got the lilies, which are down here. I want to show you something on the lilies. Now, with lilies, you need to keep an eye out for a certain pest. On these lilies here, you can see one thing standing out. There's holes, and them holes are created by this red little blighter here, lily beetle. So what you want to do is dispatch them as soon as possible. As soon as you see them, you've got to be careful because if you knock the plant, the lily beetle's black underneath and it just falls off. So you've got to be very quick with them. And all I do is just get ahead of it and just dispatch of it. That's that done. I've done a few of them. Found a couple of them. It's not nice, but it has to be done. There's another one I've just spotted. Right there. Caught 2 of them. Caught 4 of them at it before. Trying to make new ones. I stopped there, spoiled their day. But that's one task sorted out. Lots of things to tidy up. Let's get cracking. What I've done, I've tidied these 2 beds up. As you can remember, it had all the rubbish and everything on it. I've just moved all the stuff onto the marrow bed for the time being. I've dug it over, weeded it out, dug it over, rotivated it. So it's all looking good. Now I was going to put cabbages in next to these, but these pallet collars, I can get 4 in per bed, but I've got that Dalek up the top there and I can't get the 4 in, so I'll put the Swedes in here. So I'm going to cut out some blue swimming pool cover, place it across there, then I'm going to measure out the side, how far the spacing is between this giant swede that it needs. I'm just waiting to see how far they need between each other. Then I've also done this bed as well. So that bed's all been done, dug all everything in. This one, if you remember, had alpaca on it. Alpaca manure on it as well. And I've gotten the cabbages, and I've put the cabbages where they need to be. And I'll just stick a green cover over the top of them as well, just so the butterflies don't get them, because I've not seen a couple of the white cabbage butterflies knocking around. So I'll cover them up, but that's done, tidy, sorted, ready for them to go in when they're ready to go in. I've still got this section to weed out, which I'm going to get on with next. And also I'm going to get in here and I'm going to de-weed the onions as well. One bed weeded, a lot better. That's all elephant garlic in there, some earlier than others of course. And I've also weeded out all of the onions as well. You can actually see the onions now, you can see the lines. Some of them are starting to bulk up nicely. The white ones at the back there. And same with the white ones at the back over there as well. I have knocked a few over my leg and I have pulled them up because they start ripening off and I didn't really mean to do it. So the weeds that came out of there, all that there. So all of that will be going in the compost heap and I'm going to get on with the next task. Another task done. See a little cabbage white butterfly there. And that's the reason why we always cover these up. So I mean these are carrots at the moment. These are for, this covers on here for the carrot fly. I've got a bag of cocoa, 2 bags of cocoa off Dave, Blue Star Dave, and I've just popped them into here and just given it a mix in. And what I've got in here is I've got 3 of the heavy carrots from the European Giant Vegetable Growers Association pack. So they've got 1 there, 1 there and 1 there. I say they're probably too close, but never mind. I'm using the space that's available. I think I'll just use these next year for the giant carrots because it's very easy and very set up and out the way. Because these were actually made for the carrots. I've used this as a cold frame basically. But that's another task done. I'm gonna go back next door and see what else I can get on with. I've got a little visitor down the plot. Little Kyle's coming down to help. And what are we going to do, Kyle? Clean the leak. We're going to take that off there.
And take this off.
Take that bit off there like that. That's it. Take all the dead stuff off. That's it.
This. Can I get this off?
Yeah, get that bit off. That's it. Peel it all off. That's it. Good job. Right, there you are. Get the next bits in. I want to clean all of these leaks off. We've already done these ones and these ones. We've got another 4 to do in the greenhouse. Then I'm going to work out how many holes I've got here where the carrot bays were, because if you remember I'm not doing the long carrots. I need to clean this out. And then we're going to put them 1 in each hole basically. But Kyle's going to clean all of this leak off, then we're going to get the other ones done as well.
It's ready.
Me and Kyle have sorted all of them leaks out. They've all been swapped around. There's 14, Kyle, Daddy's already counted. So we're going to get these put into the year. Well, little Kyle's gone home. Look at him stare at my face, man. It's not so this time. Let's turn you around and show you what I've managed to get done down here with help of little Kyle. So I'm getting them 14 intermediates in, all recollared up and also cleaned off as well. So they're all in. I've also put some dwarf hyacinths that I've grown from seed in there, the ones that I've saved, and also in the middle of those I've got lavender in each one. So there's 5 lavender down the side there, and one underneath there is a small some gladioli as well, gladiola, and that will come back eventually as well. So I'm pleased with what I managed to get done. So let's have a quick recap of what I've managed to get done today. Just as I showed you, them leeks have been sorted out and done. I've also thinned these carrots out as well because the stump carrots are coming through. I need to give these a bit of a drink. So there's one there coming through, there's one there coming through, there's one there coming through now. I've thinned all of these off so it's just 1 per station. I've made a mess of it with a sand like, but never mind, it'll go down. Carrot there. Kaz's been playing in here, as you can see, and I had to cut larger holes for these pots. I've got carrots to put in there. I was going to do that today, but I've run out of time now. They are the angel trumpets I got off Martin, so they're into buckets. They'll go into bigger buckets, and that's them sorted out. I've potted up the dahlias that I got from the Wilkinsons that are cheap, the Bora. So I've potted them into the 2 buckets as well, so we're starting to grow. I've brought this giant swede outside, the 2 that I got off Dave, flying away there. And I've got all the pot dahlias just sitting there out of the way because I've tidied up. Of course, this is the marrow patch. and it's a bit of a mess. I've just dumped everything on it. Coming down here on the left hand side here, all of these onions have been cleaned off, so you can actually see the onions now. So the red at the front and the white at the back. Much better sight than weeds. That's all done. The lilies, I've cleaned all of them off from the red beetle. I've also de-weeded where the elephant garlic is as well. I have left these sweet peas in because these are sweet peas from last year. Just leave them, let them see how they get on. Turn around, I've cleaned off this bed, put these down so that they're ready to go to put the giant cabbage in. Now these giant cabbage, I'm going to have a check one of them before I leave just to see what they're like. They shouldn't be that far off going in, to be honest. Starting to come back to life again with the warmer weather. This middle bed, I need to measure it and get the blue stuff down so that I can get the giant swede into this bed. I don't know how many I'm putting in, possibly 5. 4 or 5 giant swede in this bed. I've got the giant cabbage at the back there ready to pot in as well, so I'm getting that sorted as well. Right, so I'm getting the cover over the top for the carrots, for the carrot fly, and I've also planted 3 EVGVA carrots into there. Not expecting much to happen with them, but we'll see if things go with that. Nothing else has happened in the garden down here. I do have a couple of things I need to dig out, like these potatoes that have suddenly sprouted up. The ones that we've missed. I need to see how these, in fact, these strawberries are coming on fantastic. Nice and green. Got a bit of weeding to do in here when I get a chance. But getting some strawberries on here. There's some flowers coming on there. It's good to see. These are all off runners from Grandad's big strawberries. So I've got a bit of weeding to do out here. But the strawberries are looking alright for the ones that I've put in. I've still got to put ones in for the other half as well, but a job for another day. So let's take you down in the onion house and show you what I've done there. Solar panels up, going into here so that I can keep the fan on all the time. So I'm going to see if I can get a bigger fan. I've put some ventilation holes in the back here, back and that side there, and also along the top. I might double this up actually. I might put another row in, I don't know. So I've put some across the top of there and also on the other side as well. So as you can see there, everything here is going to get a quick drink before I leave. And that job what me and Gwenna's done, taking the window off and covered up with mesh for ventilation purposes. Right, see what else got to get sorted. I'm going to quickly show you down the bottom greenhouse. Got a bit of colour here now on the pelargoniums or geraniums, depending on what you would like to call them, even though it does say geranium on there. So got some nice there's no flowers on them because I pulled all the flowers off. I want to take some cuttings from that. That'll be next task to do. And some nice pink flowers on that geranium as well. I need to put them dahlias up because I've still got them to do. These petunias need sorting out as well. But speaking of petunias, there we go. We've got some colour on. So 25th of May, we'll be doing the washing basket challenge from Dean Roberts. Then these will be going into the washing basket, taking it home. I've still got these little mini chrysanthemums to pot up, and I've got these big ones which I've already stopped. I've already taken the tops off the top there. I've got one at the back there, so to stop a chrysanthemum, I've already done it there. I'm just taking the top off. So for example, this one here, just nip, done. Don't throw that away. Find a spot for it. I'm just going to put that in there. Job's a good one. I've done it with these ones, but I don't know. It was really warm in here. These have managed to perk back up again. They smell lovely when you rub your hand across them. They smell lush. Oh, quick look at the grapevine here. I'm going to show you the grapevine. I need to sort this out. Get that going back up there. But good news, everybody. We've got some grapes. First batch of grapes in 2 years. from Grandad Dave's cut off vine. And that's the only lot that I can see at the moment. I'm very, very pleased with them. It's taken 2 years for to get them. Right. Nick from Nick's Allotment is doing a sunflower challenge. There's 3 different categories. There is one, I believe, for the most heads. There is one for the tallest and one for the biggest head. So I'm going to be entering 2 out of 3. And we'll see if the 3rd one happens. So I've got my tall sunflowers here. So these are the ones that I'm entering into the Sunflower Challenge 2019 hashtag. So let's show you how they're getting on. 3 here from the early germination test from the saved sunflower seed from last year. And at the moment they are, I'll start you from the bottom there. You're coming up. Still coming up. Still coming up. Still coming up. Ta-da! That's how tall you are. I'll let you spin you around and show you how tall I am and show you where they are. So the tallest one's shoulder height to me. So those that have met us, that's how big they are at the moment. So they're doing fantastic so far. They're flying away, and there's new buckets as well. So I'm going to have to transport these home for long. Because I can't keep, I need to take 2 home definitely, so I'll take them 2 home and I'll put them in outside the front of the house again. I'll have to try and find somewhere else for the other ones to put as well, because the big ones I can put in the garden here, but the tall ones, they need a bit of protection because of course they get really, really tall. So that's how they're getting on. Oh, got some flowers on the raspberry canes here. It's another section I need to sort out, but I'm sure I have plenty of raspberries there. Right, well, that's all me done and dusted for today. I'll be back for the next couple of days, and I'll be back on Friday, so I've got a nice 3-day weekend coming up this weekend, so I should get plenty done, including taking that greenhouse down and taking it back home. So I'll see you potentially on Friday. Morning, 3-day weekend. It's Friday morning down in the plot. There's one task I'm going to get sorted out first and foremost. I've noticed that when I'm watering from the 2-litre pots here, the water's just going straight down. I had a conversation with one of my mates. The reason for that is because I didn't compact the soil so that the water stays in the pot, so I know exactly how much is being watered. So I'm going to rectify that this morning, get a lot of other tasks done. I'm in the mood to get stuff sorted out. Let's get cracked on. Right, I've compacted all of that down so when I fill the water up, it fills it full of water, then just drains away slowly. I've also opened up all of the flags on the leak, so by that what I mean is down here, as you can see, all I've done is just pulled the flags apart so that the top flag comes further down basically, instead of being tall, so it brings everything nice and low. And well, anyways, I'll leave that with that. I've watered all the rest of the leeks that's in here as well. I've show you what I've quickly potted up in the top greenhouse. Just done exactly the same with these Yorkshire Giants. I've got these, is it 12? No, I've got no date on them. Anyways, I've just potted them up from 2-litre pots into 4-litre pots. They're what I'm asking for to be potted on. There's a lot of things asking to be potted on at the minute. So I've got them 6. They're late, but they'll go in. Anyways, I've got these giant swede which I need to pot up, which basically these giant swede will be going from the 2-litre straight into them yellow buckets. And let's see how things go from there. The parsnips, giant parsnips, are doing really well. See if I can lift this one up. I've got roots at the bottom of here, so they're going to need planting out shortly. And the tomatoes, the Spanish tomatoes, I've spotted my first tomato. So I'll have to get these buckets taken down to the bottom greenhouse. I did have the 15-inch head sunflower in here, but it was touching the roof. So I've just potted that up and I'll show you where it is. Greenhouse. And there they are there. They're pushing right up against the window. So I need to get them moved as soon as possible, which I'm going to do right this second. And I'm going to support them again with another set. So I'll take outside and I'll get this sorted. 4-metre sunflowers outside. A bit protected in here with that section, but they can still get the sunshine. And I've got the 15-inch one there as well. So that's then brought out and I've cleared some space in the bottom greenhouse. Right, on to the next task. Let's get started with this parsnip bed because the weeds are starting to take control. The parsnips are big enough now so I can determine what are parsnips and what are weeds. So gloves at the ready. Let's get this to weed out and you'll see the difference once it's been done. I had my main bit of bad news is that the white spear didn't germinate. I picked like 2 that I found, so I just ripped everything out of that bed. This bed I've had alright germination with the javelin. Got plenty to go through from there. And the gladiator is by far the best germination that I've had. Now, if you remember correctly, I didn't sow full packets, I just sowed them one every couple of inches. And the gladiator I've done the best, followed by the javelin. The white spear were terrible. So I've got another row here which I'm going to sort out, and I'm going to get some seed and I'm going to put some more parsnips in that can be the late crop. Right, I'm going to go and have a look at these onions that's in here now to see if they're ready to be planted out. Right, let's have a look to see if these are ready to go in. I don't think these ones will be ready to go in because they're in the bigger bucket, so let's have a look underneath. Oh, hello, we've got some rootage going on. In fact, I think these are ready to go down. Oh, definitely. Well, it looks like we've got another task to get on with today. The Bradley ones. Oh, yep, definitely. Right, well, I'm going to go and get some breakfast. These ones like at the back. Let's have a look. Oh, well, they're not pulled up on the bottom. But there's roots coming at the bottom. I think I'll leave the big ones at the back there for another week or so. But these front ones in the 2 litre pots are ready to go in. So let's get this task done as well, but I'm going to go for some breakfast first. Well, that's me fed, sorted, ready to go. Let's get these front onions into the ground. One side done, well, half a side done. Only find me green clips, but other than that, that's them ones into the ground. They should react well to there. I'm going to these pots, I'm going to do the same again. I'm going to put one there, so in the middle sort of thing, so that it does both of the beds. And what I'll do is I'll just fill it up once, fill it up twice, and that should feed the bed, that should water the bed. So 4 litres per section, so each onion should technically get like a litre each, but you know what I mean. So that'll be them sorted. Right, I've got to get this side done now, so I'll put these back up. Well, for me, that's job's a good one. That's the onions in to the bed, nearly all of them. So this side's all done. So I'm getting all of this side done and caned up, supported up. I'm going to pop them five into bigger pots today and get them out of here. Then I am going to check on the back ones. Probably next week, might put them in next week, but I've got the front ones done here. It's all looking terrific. Pleased with the way that's turned out. I think the temperature's getting right up again. According to the clock thermometer, it's nearly 34 degrees. And the thermometer at the top is 25. It must just be depending on where it's sitting in the sun. But it's still awful warm in here. I'm debating whether to just take them top corners out full stop. Try to get some fresh air in here. But that's another task done. I'm going to get stuff potted up into the big yellow buckets, starting with the big onions and the big onions that's next door as well. Next task, Giant swedes need potting into the yellow buckets. And I've already got full of soil, compost soil from the leek trench and also the onion trench. Get these potted in now. That's them done. And I'm sure you've noticed him or her a couple of times. Look at him. Just going through from pot to pot. I'm sure it's the same bird that has decided to was here the other day when I was busy rotivating. I'm sure it's the same one. It was helping us when I was de-weeding earlier on in the parsnips. But that's all I'm doing. Happy days. Find somewhere safe for them. Possibly inside the polytunnel, just for safety. But that's all of them done. Happy days. That's them tucked away nice and safe. Time to go and get the giant onions potted up that need to be potted up for the time being. Well, into the middle greenhouse. I'm absolutely flying today. I've getting these potted up as well. So these are the 5 that'll be going in the pots like this when I get them brought in, and they'll be going down this side. For the meantime though, they can stay in there for a couple of weeks until I get sorted out. These leeks or spares, I've got to get my dahlias out as well, which I'll have to organise getting done one day shortly. Them dahlias are done there, so these are all the spare leeks that I've got. Got some spare ellies there, 4 spare ellies, and all these rest of them are the Betty Black leeks here as well. So I might just see if I can stick these onions on top of here for the time being. So bear with us a second. Clean and tidy, and I've got a bit of space to walk in and out of here at the minute. So that's them heavy onions into the yellow buckets for the time being, like I mentioned. Space on the floor, so that's them ones in there for the time being. And if I take you into the onion house here, what I've done is I've potted the 4 quality onion, the 4 other heavy onions, which were ready to be potted up, into these buckets here again, from the soil that I had left from digging out of these. And I've just propped them up so they're a bit high up off the floor. So that's them all sorted. So the only thing in here that needs potting in, like I mentioned, is the 8 onions at the back, which they're already, I'm going to give them another week in there, then I'll put them in. So things progressing nicely. Let's find out what else I can get on with. Here's something I missed and I didn't show you yesterday when I was down. I sorted the seeds out, the compost out as well. I pulled some holes out of the compost with nothing in it, with this tube. Then I filled the holes up with the soil and the compost that I made for the carrots. So I've done that, and I've cut tops off broken pots, just so we can see exactly, so I know exactly where I need to water in. So there's another 12 carrots in, well, three per station for the stump carrots. And on this bed here, as you can see, I've already thinned these out. See, I've probably already showed you these ones, but I've thinned them out, and I've popped a couple in the stations that haven't been successful. So this one hasn't been successful, and that one hasn't been successful. I'll have to probably water this again. But yeah, that's a job that I got done yesterday. Right, I think it's time for a sit down and a think of what needs to get done whilst for the remainder of the day and also over the coming couple of days. Who's stealing all of my rhubarb? Look at the size of them leaves. Bye-bye. Right, we've just picked some rhubarb. We're going to go and tidy it up now, and we'll show you what we're getting. Oh, Sky, they're massive leaves, them. Girls, where you gone?
Hello.
Sky, where are you? That's some leaves, aren't they?
Shake it up. Shake it up.
Just picked some rhubarb. Is continuing on, and look at the size of the leaf. It's massive. So I'm going to cut this up now. I'm going to bag it up, take it home, we'll freeze it. We'll make things like rhubarb gin and stuff like that.
Rhubarb and custard.
Rhubarb and custard. And Kyle's got a bit of a sword of rhubarb as well. Right, we're going to chop this up, then we'll find some more tasks to do. All of the rhubarb all sorted. Kyle's got a bigger sword now. Bigger rhubarb sword. On guard! On guard! Not me! Not me! Ah! Look, Elizabeth!
We'll only get
Right.
you if you don't subscribe.
Right, put them down then.
Subscribe
We'll
or else I'll get you.
We'll find something else to do.
Yes, move them down.
Well, that's me done for today. There's nothing else that I want to get done today. Everything I want to get done today has been done. Tomorrow I'm going to go and pick up a couple of greenhouses. One for me, one for Rob. Dismantle that in the morning and get it sorted out in the afternoon. So, might see you tomorrow. If not, I'll see you on Sunday. Well, the things that I do. It's pouring down the rain. I'm busy dismantling an 8x6 greenhouse. That's silicon sealed in on this side for protection for the wind. We've had to break the top ones to get the other ones out. Good job, there's plenty spares down there. Rob's coming to give us a hand. I'm taking one down for him as well. I'll show you what we'll get sorted out as the day progresses. One done. Getting as much glass of it out of it as we can. We're moving on to Rob's now. I'm going to give Rob give him a hand taking that one down. In fact, he leaves a lot of the glass in. This one, the roof in the front, but it is liftable, and we'll just have to persevere. Right, this is what it's like at the minute. It should be a little bit easier, less silicon in it. So see how long it takes to get these glass panes out. So that's one greenhouse down, all the glass and everything sorted. Two sorted out, roof's getting left on, and potentially even the front as well. But it's all been lifted off. Just need to put all the glass in that and get all the glass sorted out. Put the glass in the cars, take the glass back and come back and pick the frames up a little bit later on. Sunday morning, welcome. Sorry yesterday's video just ended abruptly. Had a bit of a problem with transport, but we didn't manage to get the greenhouses sorted out yesterday and transport over, but that's what we're going to be doing first thing this morning. I've been up bright and early, sun is shining in the sky. Not a cloud in the sky this morning. I'm in the back garden. I've been preparing the ground for the second greenhouse to come in because there's a few hands this morning, so hopefully going to get it put into the back garden. So this is the patch where the greenhouse will be going. I'll be sitting next door to this one. I've moved all the plants that were around that section there, dug that over and boarded that up down here as well, and just sorted this section out here. What I'll be doing first of all is getting the sleepers. The sleeper across there, sleeper down there, sleeper down there, and bringing the greenhouse through over there, in through next doors because it's going to be easier, and just over this fence here. That's the plan anyways. I've had to leave the greenhouse roof on, so it's a bit heavier, but there's 4 of it today, so hopefully we should be all right. Then from there we're going to be taking Rob's down to his garden as well, so we've got a couple of trips to do this morning, then get everything sorted basically. So I'll see you either up picking the greenhouses up or back down here if I'll show you afterwards. So we've got the first one on the back here. This one's mine, that'll be going to the house. It was easier than I thought getting on, but it is still difficult. Everything was nicely strapped down as well. So see you back down at my place. Well, got it sorted, got it brought back. It's going to have to sit in the front garden for the time being until manage to get it through over the top of that fence and through to the back garden. So it's going to have to sit here for the time being, and we'll get it put through this afternoon. One down. Just got to go get Rob's now. Wish we luck. Back at home now. Managed to get the sleepers in. Just need to be lined up and levelled off basically. But they're in there. I need to take this board off. Then when the greenhouse comes, we've managed to get it through. It should be able to just sit on here, and we'll just push what needs to be pushed when and where. Right, time to go drop Rob's off. How do you get an AB6 greenhouse that's got a lean on the side there into a garden that's got no openings, and we're not pulling it over the top because it's too heavy? Well, as you can see in the background, easiest thing to do is just demolish it. Take the fence down. We're busy sorting the fence out, and we'll have to fix it up once we've sorted it out, but it's the easiest way to get it in. Well, it's amazing what you can achieve. That's all that's sorted out. The greenhouse is in the garden, done, happy days, sorted. Now, Rob's been lucky enough to get another garden. He's getting the one next door now as well. Welcome to the jungle! This is the face you make when you think, oh no, what have I taken on now? Not even finished that one, doing this one now. Well, good luck. Well, there's plenty of time. Well, I'll always welcome to give a hand like. Right, time to go and move my greenhouse into the back garden. See how long this takes to get sorted out. Hopefully not long because we're shattered now. There's the one that I had before. course, all the stuff in. Needs to be cleared out. And I've managed to get that one put next to it. So just a little bit of finishing off needs doing. It doesn't need putting into place properly. But I managed to get that right up close to this one. What I want to do is, these plastics, I'm going to take them 4 off and put them on this side here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and there's plastic on the outside. Later on, the time comes, I will be getting ones for the front made as well, because that's glass. It's not really ideal for the kids. And also, I just need to, that'll just mean that I need to put just this back bit on, because I'm not going to put this bit on because these are going to be joining in, so I'll have one big greenhouse. Obviously I'm going to take out all of this when I get a chance to do so, but for the time being I'm pleased that that's in. Jobs to do for this week, get things sorted in here and get it all lined up and leveled off, but I'm pleased with how that's turned out. So that's that done. 2 greenhouses, 1 greenhouse all done today, and Rob's as well. Well, thanks everybody for watching this week. I shall see you all next week. Thanks to everybody who was, all the new subscribers as well, and like I say, it's another big job done on another busy week. See you next week.